Carson. Well, it feels like we're waiting on Christmas morning. We're just a little more than 48 hours away from IU football taking the field against Miami for the national championship, the biggest game in IU history. Our sports crew is in South Florida. You could say that things are definitely heating up ahead of Monday night's game. Wave sports director Kendrick and sports reporter Dusty Baker join us live from Miami. Hey, guys.
Hey, Elena, we're on FIU's campus as IU football wraps up practice. You know, you're talking about snow here, just in case you was wondering. It's 72 degrees here in Miami right now, and it's been a beautiful day.
Yeah, of course, you look at the relationship that IU has to this city, you might be surprised. Of course, Fernando Mendoza is the story for many people, and rightfully so, winning the Heisman Trophy, helping leading this team to a 15-0 record. But D'Angelo Pons, the corner for IU as well, also from Miami. These two had talked earlier in the year about how D'Angelo had actually intercepted Fernando when they were in high school. The two returning back to Miami with a chance to win a national championship in their own backyard.
We joke about all the time how I picked him off. I kind of baited him into throwing something, but we had a great D-line, got pressure in his face. He kind of just threw it right to me. He actually tried to tackle me as well. He missed that. But it's just great to have a quarterback like that to go against in practice now. It's definitely a special moment, something probably all kids dream of who play football, just to be back in this position in our hometown.
It means so much to myself and my family, having grown up in Miami, growing up a University of Miami fan, and basically whole identity being, you know, a Cuban living in Miami whose grandparents, all four grandparents, you know, immigrated from Cuba to Miami. Kind of the journey. It's kind of like a full circle moment, but also it means a lot to a lot of my teammates and coaches and also everybody in Hoosier Nation just because it is a national championship.
Yeah, Mendoza is definitely living the life right now with a chance to win the title in his own backyard, and D'Angelo Pons the same opportunity, but they will have to face a very difficult Miami team, Kendrick, and a team that is as hot as any was in the country towards the back end of the season.
That's right, Dusty. You know, they have almost as good of a story as Indiana does. I mean, Miami came into the season thinking the U is back, but they had their struggles. Their back was against the wall. They barely made it to the playoffs, and they had a stretch in the season where they lost 2 of their last 3 games, and it was a fight to even make it into the college football playoff. But beginning with the shocking home loss to U of L midway through the season, Miami lost 2 or 3 games, and their playoff hopes were on life support. But this team regrouped, won the rest of their games in the regular season, and made it into the playoffs. They had to sweat it on Selection Sunday. The players credit the demeanor of their head coach for never backing down this season.
We just never gave up. It started with Coach Cristobal. You know, he fueled us and told us, like, it's not done. If we win out these next games, we have a chance to get into the college football playoffs. And we did that. And then once we do get in the college football playoff, we got to take advantage of it. And we did that as well.
Just knowing ourselves, knowing what we have in the room, trusting what Coach Cristobal instilled in us from day one. So I'll say our belief got us this far.
And freshman Malachi Tony is technically supposed to be a high school senior. He's among the most explosive players in the country. We're looking at the team right now. They're grabbing their post-practice meals. They have a nice meal over there, Dustin.
Yeah, they just concluded practice as we speak. We'll talk about practice later this evening as well as the Hoosiers.
Not the game, practice.
Hey, in order to win, you got to practice. We're talking practice. And the Hoosiers just walking off as we speak. They get the meal of champions right here, by the way, with Jamba Juice.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good over there.
There you go, getting a shot of them now, getting their food and getting ready to get on the bus and head back to the hotel and get a good night's rest before they do it all again tomorrow before Monday's big game. We'll be here all through the weekend sweating it out in this 70-degree weather while you all deal with the snow back in Louisville. For Dusty Baker, I'm Kendrick Haskins. Back to you guys.
Well, Kendrick, the snow will welcome you back when you get back here.